Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Got another battery for you today. This one's a 48 volt 105 amp hour, so this should be able to last us all weekend on a camping trip. It's from Temgo. Today we're going to be going over the install and some of the accessories and everything else that comes with, so we can go. Alright guys, welcome back again. Got another battery here. This time it's from Temgo. It's a 48 volt 105 amp. Let's dig in and see what we got. Yeah, a lot of foam here. Let's see here, we have the warranty, which is 5 years. We got some wiring, looks like for a gauge, remote shut off, the gauge itself, some mounting hardware, mounting bracket if you need it, and the instruction booklet. Put these aside for now. This should be the charger, let me guess. Oh yeah. So it gives you some instructions for the charger. Pretty straightforward though. And this is a 18 amp charger. And here is our battery. I'll be right back as soon as I get this out of the phone. Okay, we got the Temgo 51.2, which is 48 volt, 105 amp hour. Got some nice plastic terminal caps. Pretty tight too, which is good. Bluetooth antenna, a vent, connection port for communications, and a power button. All right, let's put it in. All right, measurements. You got just under 18, 12 3/4, so 9.5 high. Mounting point to mounting point is 18 also. All right, let's get this installed. All right. Looks like it's gonna line up perfectly. We already trimmed out the middle pieces, so those are already out of our way, which is nice. So we'll just get some self-tappers and lock this down. Just some regular self-tapping screws. It's pretty heavy, it's not really gonna move. So this is more just kind of a peace of mind situation. Gotta get some longer ones. Okay, got some more self-tappers. Usually gonna be a little tight, so I'm gonna use a little trick from Jeff over at Kart Crazy. A little bit of tape to hold the screw into the socket until you get it started. Fish this down to where we need it. Okay, get to the next one. Going anywhere. Okay, next up we're going to get the charger mounted. Played around with this a little bit already. I think I'm going to like this right about here. Gives it some good mounting spots, keeps everything out of the way, and still gives us a decent amount of storage. Use some little bit smaller self tappers, but same way. Okay, that's not going anywhere. I'm going to take our plug here, put that into here. Now we want to clear up all these wires, but why don't we run our gauge first? Okay, first we're going to take out the old gauge that was here, which is from a shunt for a different lithium setup I used to have. Just wanted to get more range, so that's why I went with the 105 this time. Oh, over here. Okay. So got that out. Our new gauge. Figure out what the top's going to be. I think the more connectors goes on top and then the less go on the bottom. We'll find, actually why don't we find out real quick. Very easily to check. 1 second. Alright, so we got a red dot. I'll show more about this after. It's there. This guy right here. Not sure about that one. That goes there. That goes there. And this guy is going to go like so. All right. Nope. Yep. The big one goes on top. We're at 40% right now, so obviously we'll charge it, but to give you an idea. Oh, and we got the remote one, so let's see if that works. There it goes. Alright, so I feed this in here. We know the big piece has to go on the top. This was a 2-inch hole. This should be all right. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's gonna work perfect. Little. Try not to lose them. Now I just gotta find the other one, which is right here that I dropped. Come on. Okay, these little guys are 7 mil. Straight up and down. Should grab the ratchet. This harness right here. Sure how we're gonna route it, because we also got this remote switch just right here. Alright, got all that nonsense run. So you take this, there's a little red dot here, there's a red dot here, just pop that in. Nice little quick connect, makes it nice and easy. Now all we got left is our wires. So we have, let's see here, charger, 12 volt converter, and my mains. How else run this here? So charger should always go first. 12 volt converter, then your charger, and then your main. Let's start with the negative. Yeah, positive, positive, and positive. Get these in here. Okay, grab our 1/2 inch here. straight here. Okay. Figure out where I put the caps down. Okay. Now I found our caps. Just should snap right on. That's one. And let's see what's happening like this. This one I may not like. But all right. All right. Let's see. Key to a run. Give us some juice. Gauge is on. Key is on. You got a reverse buzzer. Oh. All right. Everything works. Now I can just clean it up, put it back together. I'll check back with you as soon as I get that done. GoPro, stop recording. Got a nice gauge right there. Remote power switch right there. Another switch there. Main communications, your Bluetooth antenna. Included 18 amp charger. Alright, and this Temgo 51.2 volt, 48 volt, 105 amp hour. With 200 amp continuous discharge, 315 for 30 seconds. Very easy install. We just got our main power, our main ground that come from the control center. It actually just connect directly to the solenoid and the controller. This is a 17, so there is no onboard computer, and has already been converted to a NOCO 1 style. Just the 110 outlet makes life nice and easy. Alright, we got the owner's manual right here for Temgo. There's their website right there, temcobattery.com. This is on the 51.2 105 amp hour or 48 volt lithium golf cart battery. Pretty standard table of contents there. Some safety precautions, notes. Again, simple stuff. You can read through it if you want. This is kind of the important stuff that we're looking for here. So, looking at your parameters, there's it's a 51.2 volt battery, 105 amp hour, 5.37 kilowatts. It loses maximum of 3% of a charge a month. The continuous charging rate is 50 amp. The standard charging rate is 18 amp, which is what it does with the included charger. The continuous discharge is 200 amps. The peak discharge is 315 amps for 30 seconds, 600 amps for 3 seconds. And then these are just the operating temperatures, the cell combinations, and some of the other specs. And this is just kind of going over a couple little things, and then just how they test it, more of the dimensions. Then over here we have what comes in the package, which is the battery, the gauge harness and remote switch, the brackets for the gauge, depending on if you want to do in the dash or on the dash, the 18 amp charger, and the instruction manual. This is just kind of a basic overview of wiring, kind of standard issue that a lot of them give you, you know, how you run your positive, how you run your negative, and then if you're going to hook up a 12 volt converter. And then this is just different ways to mount the gauge, if you're going to mount it on the dash or if you can mount it in the dash. And we have what the different connections are right here on the side. So you have your positive terminal, your vent, the CAN bus connector, your main switch, your Bluetooth antenna, and the negative terminal. And this is basics of what the gauge shows, which it shows the voltage, it shows the percentage left, and it shows the current amp draw, which I kind of like the smaller gauge sometimes because it fits nicely in the dash. And if I want to look at all the cells and everything else, I can always just use the app for it, which we'll get into next. And this is kind of roughly what the app looks like. Go over it in more details. I'll do a screen record going through that.
Told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look.